Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in the Studio. I'm Amy Nicole and I'm coming to you from gray but not cold at all, South Texas. This week I am still kind of getting back in the groove. I don't have a ton of big freelance things going on right now, which has actually been kind of nice. I've been catching up on some personal sewing. Things that I started last year but didn't finish, kind of tidying up around the house and studio, and getting ready for the craziness that I'm sure is to come. But today I wanted to share with you guys my Make 9 for 2019. So last week I talked to y'all about my the Year of Slow Sewing challenge that I will be doing. If you did not see that video, I would head back and watch that one first. I will link it below. It's the last video I uploaded, first video of the year. So in it, I just describe a challenge, not a challenge, a project I'm doing this year where I'm only sewing from my fabric stash, among other things. Another part of that project is that I am not specifically doing any set schedule of sewing projects. So usually I batch it out, like say I'm sewing this month, this month, this month, so I can just check them off as I go. But I'm not doing that this year. I'm just kind of letting the creative juices flow, sewing what I feel like sewing. So in relation to the Make 9, this is not a requirement that I'm holding myself to for the year. This is just a guideline, some things that have been on my mind lately that I've kind of had my eye on, that I know I already have fabric for, that I have wanted to make. So I might completely stick to this list, I might not. We will see how it goes, but this is just what, going into the new year, some things that I have been thinking about sewing. So without further ado, first, so I wanted to just show you guys how I plan out my sewing. Now, this is my bullet journal. If you don't know about bullet journals, I can't even begin to explain the awesomeness, so just Google bullet journal and let your mind be blown. I also have a blog post about how I usually plan out my sewing and my wardrobe with my bullet journal. I'll be sure to link that below. I'm doing things a little differently this year, so in here I have a space for each month. My personal sewing pace is I generally do one personal sewing project a month. I have a lot of sewing and patterns for work, plus my personal pattern line that I hope to be releasing more of this year. So as far as just fun sewing goes, I really only have time to do one project a month, sometimes two, sometimes less. So I try to stick to one a month. Now normally, in the past years, I would have filled all this out already and said, this is what I'm making this year, that's it. Stick to the schedule or else. But this year, to sort of give myself more creative freedom, I've left it all blank, and over here I have put a little post-it note of not only what's on my Make 9, like I said, this is just kind of my top 9 guideline, but also some other projects that have been on my mind, some things that I have either half finished, things I want to refashion, stuff like that. So as the months come up, I can move these over like that and see how it goes. So I already have something in mind that I need to do for February. Everything else is just going to be filled in as I go. So I'm pretty excited about seeing how this works for me this year. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So now on to the Make 9. I did post this already on my Instagram. So if you want the full list, you can see that post there. I will be sure to link it below, but I wanted to chat with you guys about it as well. So first up is the Tritone Chinos by Alina Design Co. I'm going to be linking all of this below, so if I'm talking too fast, all the links are going to be in the show notes. Tritone Chinos by Alina Design Co. I love this pattern. I've made 2 of the pants and 3 of the shorts, so I guess you could say it's a tried and true for me. I already have made all of the fit adjustments I need to make, so it comes together pretty quick. The reason I'm making another one is because I have these trouser style pants from J. Crew that I love in a mustard yellow, but they're really just starting to show some wear. I've had them for, oh gosh, at least 6-7 years. So they have some stains that haven't come out in the wash. They're wool, so they're really starting to pill pretty bad and look pretty fuzzy. And in the back, the pockets are starting to pull away, and you can see kind of the underlining there. They're just looking a little rough, if you know what I mean. So one of the things I've been trying to do is replace my favorite ready-to-wear items as they sort of wear out and need to be retired, replace them with me-made items. So I love mustard, I love ankle trousers, so I need another pair of ankle trousers. So the Alina Tritone Chinos are the perfect pattern for that for me. And I have this much brighter, I'm now realizing, oh, that scares me a little bit, yellow vintage tablecloth that I actually got from a thrifty notion, one of my favorite, oh no, lies. This is from, oh my gosh, what is her name? This is from, oh my gosh, I am totally drawing a blank. I will link it below. I'm sure I'll think of it in a second. She's on Instagram. She sells secondhand fabric every Friday. She has like 5 or 6 pieces that she sells on Instagram. So, oh my gosh, I'm so mad at myself that I'm drawing a total blank. So this is going to be a pair of Tritone Chinos. And I'm actually excited because this is a heavyweight cotton, which is going to be a little bit more breathable than the wool. We have pretty mild weather in Texas, so these pants were my fave, but I couldn't really wear them whenever it was on the warmer side because it was just too hot. So that is something I'm excited about. Also, if I have enough left, I might make a fun matching shirt for like a full just mustard happiness outfit. So we'll see how that goes. I have some ideas about pattern I would like to use for that, but I don't know. Next on the list, more mustard yellow. This is the paper cut Sierra jumpsuit. I'm also going to try to put some pictures of this on the side somewhere so you guys can see a closer look. I do want to make a yellow one, and I already have a linen rayon blend that I plan on using in mustard yellow, and it's just going to be so fabulous. I'm going to have much more yellow in my wardrobe, which I'm very excited about because I recently decided that that's my favorite color. For the longest time I thought it was green. I don't know what I was thinking. Yellow, obviously. Not much to say about that one. Next is the Afternoon Patterns Sparrow wrap dress. So this popped into my head. I originally wanted, okay, so many of you might know Everlane, the transparent fashion brand. They do a lot of basics, and then last summer they came out with these beautiful wrap dresses that had straps and like tank wrap dresses, and my original plan was to hack the Highlands wrap dress to look like that, and one of them was in red, this beautiful poppy red, and it just totally inspired me. But then Afternoon Patterns came out with a tank version. Don't you love it when that happens, when you're like have something in your head and then someone comes out with it? So and it's straight on the sides, which I love. I think it has side slits, and this is going to be in a red linen that I also already have. Hopefully I have enough. I'm pretty sure I do. I've been hanging on to it to do something fun and special with, and I think this will be just awesome for summer. Next up, I should have pulled all these fabrics out, but it's a hot mess over there. Next up is the Hae-Joon Handmade Willamette shirt. This shirt has been on my mind for a while. I love button downs. This one's a short sleeve and it only buttons halfway, at least the version I'm doing. I got this really quirky print vintage fabric from my aunt last year who was cleaning out her stash, and it just has these really funny, fun characters on it, and I think that will be so fun in this shirt. I love button-down shirts with really quirky prints on them because button-down shirts can seem so like sophisticated, but when you put a fun print on it, then it's like, I'm sophisticated and fun. You get it? So Willamette shirt by Hae-Joon Handmade, that is on my list. In the middle here we have the infamous ginger jeans. I already have a pair of these, so I might get to making my second pair. I actually have a stretch twill that's in a light blue that I found at a estate sale. I have a good amount of it, and I want to do the high waist version, high waist skinny leg version in that. I don't have any high waist jeans. I think a lighter color could be fun. I'm questioning that. I don't typically go towards a lighter color denim, but I have this in my head. I think it could be cute. So that is, and you know what? If it doesn't work out, I can dye it. So that is going to be next on my list. I've made the ginger jeans before. I had to make a significant amount of fit alterations to it. So I'm debating if I should just completely size down for these or just use what I had already used and make all the fit adjustments to that one. We'll see. Next up, this is me. This is a shirt dress pattern that I self-drafted that I am hoping to release later this year or next year. We'll see how it goes. But it's a maxi full button down shirt dress. I love that for summer. It's sleeveless. You can just, you don't have to put it over your head. You just throw it on, button as many or as little buttons as you want. I have a vintage linen. It's a white linen with green floral print. It's beautiful. I found it on eBay, and I think it'll just look marvelous in this dress. Side note, when I do make this as a pattern, there's going to be both a sleeveless and a sleeved version, so check that out. This sort of workwear style jacket is something that Jen Beeman of Grain Line made, who hinted that it would maybe be released as a pattern this year. So I'm crossing my fingers because I've had a workwear style jacket in mind. Many of you may know, some of you may not, that my day job is I run a barbecue restaurant with my husband in our very small town of Texas, and we also have a farmhouse that we are rehabbing and hoping to move into this year. So I do a lot of messy things in my day-to-day, so I wanted a jacket that I can just work in and not worry about it smelling like barbecue or getting dirty or whatever. So I had that on my mind. Then Jen Beeman posted this, another one of those like serendipitous things where someone creates a pattern that you've had in your head. It's awesome. So I am hoping to make one of those. I have some denim ticking, that railroad stripe that I want to use. And for the lining, I have a vintage flannel, a men's like oversized shirt that I've kind of been wearing as a jacket that I'm hoping I can take apart and use as the lining. And I might do something, no, I don't know. I might do something where I can take, like, zip out the lining whenever it's not quite as cold. Seems a little crazy. I don't know. We'll see. So that is that. And then here we have some shoes. I've been wanting to jump on the Me Made shoe train for a while. And the style I want to do is a flat espadrille, the kind with like fabric across and like a fake bow. And I'm excited about that because true to my the Year of Slow Sewing project, I actually have a pair of espadrilles that have the fabric on them is just getting kind of dingy and dirty, so they don't get a lot of wear. So I think I'm going to take those apart and use fabric scraps to create the new top. So we'll see how that goes. And last but not least, a swimsuit. I try to make a new swimsuit every year, trying to slowly replace my dry, rotted, and falling apart ready-to-wear swimsuits. So I just discovered a new swimwear brand called So Swimmingly. They have the cutest, flirtiest little swimsuits, and I really love their Lola top. So I think I'm going to make the Lola top with their Sabrina bottoms, which are similar to the ones pictured in my Make 9, but they have a tie on the side and a little bit more coverage on the bum because y'all know I need more coverage. I do not have fabric for a swimsuit, so I mentioned this in my the Year of Slow Sewing post. This will be my one exception of fabric I need to purchase, but I will be doing my best to buy that sustainably. So that is it. That's my Make 9. I feel really good about my choices. So as I said, some of these might get phased out, but as I'm reading them to you, I hope not. I hope I get to all of them. They're all very exciting projects. I do, of course, have some patterns I need to focus on for you guys and a bunch of other fun stuff. I mentioned our farmhouse. If you guys want to follow along, if you're interested in that kind of thing, you can follow the hashtag HNS farmhouse. I will link that below, and we have our personal Instagram that we run a little Etsy vintage shop from, and we post a lot of pictures of our house progress, so if you'd like to follow us there. And in my newsletter, if you are subscribed to my newsletter, which you can do so below, every month I'm going to be taking you guys through the creation of my new sewing studio, which I'm so excited about. It's such a beautiful space. It's a beautiful room. I can't wait to make it my own. It's got great light, great windows. I've been hard at work getting inspiration and plans, and I want to take you guys on that journey with me. So I will be doing that every month in my newsletter starting next month. So January already went out, so next month I'm going to be giving you a little sneak peek into what's going on in my new sewing space, and hopefully I'll be able to make a video for you guys, some videos for you guys as well, walking you through transforming that into my dream space. Can you tell I'm glowing? I'm so excited. So that is it for this week. This is my Make 9 for 2019. Have you made your Make 9 yet? It's not too late. Don't feel pressure. Just like pick 9 things that have been on your mind. You don't have to stick to it. It's okay. There are no rules. It's just sewing, people. So thank you so much for joining me this week in the studio. I'm Amy Nicole. Happy sewing. Bye!